Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is lukemick, and this is my review for Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. So Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is obviously the sequel and follow-up to the 2011 film Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and it stars Jason Clarke, Gary Oldman, and of course the motion-captured Andy Serkis as Caesar. This movie is basically about the conflict between humans and apes. This movie takes place about 10 years after the events of the first film. A lot of humanity has gotten sick and died off, and a very small group of people survives. And what they need to do is capture this dam, but unfortunately this dam is being inhabited by the apes. And the apes don't really need the dam, it's just where they're camped out, it's just where they happen to be living. And Jason Clarke and a very small group of people go up to talk to Caesar to see if they can reason with him, to see if they are allowed to use that dam for an energy source. Because if they can't acquire the dam, all the humans are going to die. They need power, they want to be able to contact other people, and Caesar is willing to work with these people, but most of the other apes really aren't. Most of the other apes do not trust the humans, of course, from the events in the first film, and a lot of the humans don't trust the apes because they think they're going to attack them. So this movie does a really good job in showing the conflict and the distrust in these people, and I love how it shows that there's a very small ounce of hope, a very small group of individuals who are willing to work together and see if they can make things work. Caesar and Jason Clarke's character really try to make humanity and apes work together in this movie, but unfortunately it just cannot be done, and a big war is set off, and that's basically what this movie is about. I think this movie does a really good job of showing the conflict between these two factions, you could say. Something, though, I don't think this movie did very well was its character development, its human character development. This movie definitely focuses more so on Caesar and the apes and what they have to go through and their decision making, and I think that's a very good thing. I like how these movies focus on Caesar a lot because he is a very interesting protagonist, you could say. He pretty much is a protagonist, but I feel like they could have done a better job developing a lot of the human characters. Jason Clarke, you really don't know a lot about the guy. You know that he's willing to work with the apes and he just wants everything to work out, but other than that, he's kind of a blank slate, and so is Gary Oldman in this movie. There just really isn't a lot to the human characters, which is really disappointing because Planet of the Apes, even though it is about a bunch of apes, it's very much so a human drama, and I wish we could have gotten more into the human characters. All the performances are really good though. Gary Oldman is always fantastic in his films. I really like that Jason Clarke was the leading man in this movie. I think he's a very promising actor. I liked him in Zero Dark 30 and The Great Gatsby. I really like the guy as a screen presence, and I was happy to see him here. And someone who actually surprised me was Keri Russell, who usually I don't like in movies. I don't know what it is about her. Usually I just don't like her, but her character was actually pretty useful in this movie. She did a lot of good things, and she was a good supporting character for Jason Clarke. And who can forget Andy Serkis in this movie as Caesar? He did an incredible job with the voice acting and the motion capture once again, and something that's just incredible about this movie is the CGI. It looks incredibly good, and that makes me really happy because usually CGI in movies is pretty crappy, but the Planet of the Apes movies have been going in the right direction with it, I think. The apes' movements look very realistic, and I cared for a lot of them, and I thought the special effects were just amazing in this movie. So overall, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was a very good film. I think it was better than the predecessor. I do wish that we could have had some better human character development, but other than that, it was a very great sci-fi film. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. This was lukemick signing off. Please subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later.